Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. It is um, July 22nd, 2023, and these are the Charles Perry Stalker podcasts. It has been insane. Mr. Perry threatened me the second I got up today. He always does. He's going to get me. He's going to kidnap me. He's going to kill me. He's going to have me arrested. He's going to take my car. He's going to ruin my life. He's going to traffic me. All the time. I'm going to get. When you do the crime to me, dum-dum, you get caught. Let me explain this to you one more time. First of all, I say it one time. I've worked, Mr. Perry, with very intelligent people all my life. You say it one time. So stop embarrassing me with your mental stupid something. Mr. Perry's under investigation. Those officers found out that he has Huntington's disease, not Tourette's. We hear that he tells people he's got Tourette's. Huntington's does present similar symptoms to Tourette's, but it's a brain disease. So it causes paranoia, it causes delusion, it causes hallucinations. The guy sees things that aren't there. It causes psychosis, and it causes impaired cognitive reasoning. So he can't figure out when you do the crime to me, that's the cause. You get caught, that's the effect. He can't figure that out. Can't put it together in his head. You have to say the same thing over and over and over and over and over. We heard the complaint long ago. Somebody said, Mr. Perry comes into my office and he wants to hurt Cynthia, and we don't understand why the hell he always wants to hurt her. She left. Move on. Let go. Be normal. Everyone else can. Why can't you? Fail. You're not wanted. You're not loved. You're told on. You don't have women crawling all over you. You got women running to the courthouse trying to get a protective order. You have to buy your way out. 11 times I tried to get either a protective order or an injunctive order, and you had to buy your way out. And it pissed everybody off that you did that to me. Because leaving people alone costs no money and no time. It's completely free. So we've documented this stuff right here, the trafficking plan. I guess last night they were talking about get her a DoorDash order, or it's been over the last couple of days. Get her a DoorDash order that she can go to the airport, grab her, throw her on the plane, and it's done. No. We found out before you did it. There's not going to be, you're yelling and screaming. I find out, and then we hear you guys go, call Craig and call her cousin, have him talk to her. No, don't hide behind my family. You don't hide. What kind of coward pussies don't hide behind my fucking family? You got something to say to me, you say it yourself. To take your fucking dress off, stop acting like a fucking little girl, and you come say it to my face yourself. And don't be surprised if I laugh at you. And if you get too close to me when you say it, you better stand across the parking lot. You better fucking have a football helmet on, and a nut cup, because I'll beat the shit out of you. You've taken so much from me that I'm so angry. It doesn't matter nothing matters except I've got enough anger that I could put you in a coma. Here's the thing. You've got your little group of weirdo, your little cruel people, your sadism group, your sex deviant group of men that have ruined people and hurt people in a way we'll never get over. And outside of that is everybody else. And to everybody else, nothing matters but the people that you hurt, the people you tried to crush, the people you robbed and raped and ruined. And how do they feel about that? How are they doing? Are they okay? And you run around telling everybody how you feel and how you want and what you think and what you need, and nobody asked you, did they, Connie? Nobody gives a fuck what you think, and everybody's sick and tired of hearing it. The more you talk, the more pissed off everybody gets at you. Know what? How selfish. What a selfish piece of... You're making a buffoon ass of yourself. We get the information, not you. And the more you talk about what you think and what you need, and I gotta make delivery on a traffic victim, and I'm gonna starve her until she lies and is delivered. Let's kidnap her. Let's have her family help us kidnap her and then kill her. We know the end game is death. You want to murder me? We've said it. Over. We already heard you talking about it. If they got a recording of you talking about it, you're fucked, dum-dum. You're fucked. I can't deal with you're stupid. No one can. We're all sick of that. Repeat. And he still didn't get it. It goes right over his head. We get the information before you do it, not after. We have for 10 years. They're ready to wrap this up, don't you think? Very nearly. Very nearly. No one cares what you think. You weren't asked. Shut up. Everybody's concerned. Everybody outside your circle of weirdo, brotherhood. Your brotherhood is what you guys call it, right? So dumb. So fucking lame. Everybody outside of that is the whole rest of the world that is normal. And watch the news. There's a tragedy. Everybody runs to help the victim. That's normal. You guys are deviants, and you sit around and you talk and convince each other that you're going to make this lie work. And the second I said it yesterday, the last podcast, whenever that was, they have a meeting every fucking day. How can we make this lie work? And we talked about the caucus for speaker, right? We talked about the caucus for speaker. And these guys, the second we finished that, went and had a meeting. How can we make this lie work? That's the political vendetta. Oh my God. 9 years later, you're still trying to come up with a political vendetta. What's the issue? Yeah, it's 9 years after he lied in court. Sorry, 7 years. 2016. 7 years after he lied in court about there being a political vendetta. He's the new guy. I've been in politics all my life. I'd been in Texas for 3 years, so clearly each state is going to be different. I was in Nevada. I was in New Mexico. And he's the new guy. He hadn't even done anything yet. We're like, first of all, I can hold my own, dum-dum. I don't need you. I've been working in federal government reform since 2000 on my Medicare lymphedema thing. So I'm seasoned. You're the new bitch. Why would I go to you? It doesn't even make sense. That's like Mark Warman, seasoned attorney, has to go to a college student at TU for help. It's asinine. You live in a district that's 86% Republican. Everybody votes the same. You can't replace you with anything but you, minus the crime. So you've come up with some stuff that is outrageous to the rest of us. We're like, wow, he thought that would work. Does he think do we have stupid written across our forehead? He says it's the caucus. Oh, it's the caucus. No. We were on the same side on the caucus. By the way, I got emails about that. When you try to make up some bullshit story, chances are high I got an email somewhere about it. You can't even lie right. It's funny as hell. I lived in John Frullo's district. Do you see John Frullo in Oklahoma all the time? No, so why are you? John Frullo did not go vote with the caucus, with our side on that. He, do you see me accusing him of stalking? No. The most vehement arguments I've ever had in my life with an elected official was Inson's office, John Inson's office. John Lopez and I, his chief of staff, we were fucking screaming at each other on the phone one day. And we made up later. We worked it out. But if I had a reason to have a vendetta, it would have been against him. There's no vendetta. It's politics. You agree sometimes, you disagree sometimes. People aren't going to do what you want. It's politics. You know, not everybody thinks like stupid Charles. I mean, okay, so somebody's like, he comes in our office and he's always wanting to hurt her, and we can't figure out why the hell he does. And we'll explain, he'll be like, can we do XYZ to her? And we're all like, no, you can't do that. And we'll explain to him why he can't do that. And he acts like he understands, and then he'll leave and come back a day or two later and ask exactly the same question. We got to drop out everything we're doing in our busy day and explain to him again. It's like he's got Alzheimer's. The cops found out you had Huntington's. You're mental. A diagnosed, officially diagnosed mental case. It isn't normal to want to hurt people. Nobody's done anything to you. I moved twice to get away from you. You live in Lubbock, Texas. Go home to your fucking family. You come up to Oklahoma and you've spent 9 years trying to ruin me. And when you do the crime to me, you get caught. Nothing else has happened in all these years but that. So common sense would tell you, if you get caught when you do the crime to a certain person, don't do it to that person if you don't like getting caught. Or maybe you just like getting caught. Maybe subconsciously you're as disgusted with yourself as the rest of us are. If your conduct is illegal, that means it's deviant and outside social norms, and people are uncomfortable with it. And they're very uncomfortable with you, and they're more uncomfortable that you think we all care what you think, and no one cares what you think. No one cares what you feel. No one cares what you want. And the more you talk, the more angry people get at you. Sir. We care about the victims. If you watch the news, that's normal human behavior. You got a tragedy, you got a shooting, you got hurricanes, you've got whatever happens, 9/11. People ran to the side of the victims immediately. That's normal. Everyone cares about the people you hurt, not you. You don't matter. We do. Michael and Lisa Nealey matter. And John, their boy. My children that you've ruined their lives before they even got out of my house. They matter. What about your children? What if they acted like you? You make us sick at our stomach. You're not entitled welfare. Stop coming around looking for a handout. So all this time anyway, you can get more bees with honey. So even if there wasn't, even the technique that the traffickers are using is bizarre. I mean, we're like, it's so easy, it's not fair. We said that the other day, that there was another trafficker, that a young woman who got away was talking about. He spent a year cultivating a relationship with her, making her feel like she just spoiled her rotten, making her feel like this everything, they were just so in love and all this stuff. Then he moves her to Vegas. She thinks, okay, we're going to start our life as a family, me and my daughter and this guy, and he's made my life a lot easier and a lot better, and she trusted him. And then he starts trafficking her. He starts pimping her out. Well, I mean, we're not talking about like that's what you should do. What we're talking about is the difference in how easy it's been to catch Mr. Perry, because he's cruel. What did I say? A man's kindness brings blessings. His cruelty will be his downfall. Because when you get cruel, you make people mad and they rant. And it's not hard to get information before you do it, not after. I mean, this is common sense. I mean, these are stupid criminals. Okay, so we've gone over the kidnapping plan. It was supposed, they wanted it done at the club, apparently. So I haven't been to the club, and everybody's like, well, if you really wanted her at the club, she said she'd go back and waitress. I have a knee and a shoulder injury that made me had to quit on dancing. I quit waitressing because the waitress they have, it's their drug dealer, right? She works for you. Prove that not true. Prove that not true. So she starts trying to frame me for petty theft. We heard Calvin and David telling her, take money out of the till when she set, and then say she took it when she set the money up. So we heard it before they did it, several days before, maybe about a week, I guess. I stopped doing that. I take the money out of the safe and throw it up on the counter. I never open the bag. She's setting it up. We always count the money at the end of the night. We never count it before then. We always waited till the end of the night to count the money. All of a sudden, random one night, she counts it at 10 o'clock. I'm getting ready to leave. She's got to catch me before I leave. She comes running at you. We're missing money. Yeah, we already heard you. And if you've noticed, for a couple of days, I've been not opening the bag even. I just throw it up on the counter. She runs back and tells the DJ. Or, I'm sorry. I'm sitting in the office. She runs out of the office, comes running back in. Oh, the DJ had it. DJ had it, huh? See, we heard you talking about it. We heard you planning that. So I stopped opening the bag at all. I had $4,000 sitting on my checking account from a student loan. I didn't need your 200, and I don't steal. That's just not my thing. Let me say this to you guys again, because you keep trying to do this. We heard you talking about it more than once. We heard you planning it. You were recorded. I knew because of those recordings. The same police that told us you got Huntington's, the same police that told us Mike Neely was drugged and didn't do it, months before anybody else said it. The same police that gave me the McNamara email and the Fabian puzzle told me they are trying to frame you for a petty theft. Stop opening the bag. Take the bag out of the safe is what I start doing. Throw it on the counter. You open the bag. You set it up. I stopped waitressing. I don't have time for that. I don't do drama. And she was an asshole, just like you tell people to be an asshole to me. And they do. So, what do you think my cousin's going to say to me that I would listen to? Because I don't listen to my cousin say your words. I'll listen to my cousin say his own words, but not your words. And we already heard you talking about what you wanted him to say. And I said, no. I'm sorry, we're quoting you. You're not quoting us. Your people. Lucius, Geppetto, your witch. Sanjay, your hacker. Beverly, Kate, Renee. Nesbitt, Oscar, Bruce. Greg, Tim. Jeremy, Anthony, Andrew, Lawrence, James, Ruben. Richard, Dickey. Blankenship, Desiree. Name one of my guys. One. See, Mr. Perry keeps asking me questions about how do you know and how does this work and how to... We make every effort to make sure you never know that. Dum-dum. You'll obstruct. Everybody's sick of you. Nobody wants to help you. Continue to ravage people's lives and make us threatened all the time and invade privacy and butt into shit that doesn't concern you and kill me. Everybody's sick of you. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. I moved twice to get away from you. Twice. To not have a problem, not have a drama, and just hang out with my family, be left the fuck alone. When you do the crime to me, you get caught. So common sense would tell you, dum-dum, don't do the crime to her. Unless you just like getting caught. It's been that way. I literally sit and type up what they just said every day, all day long for 10 years. 7 years. 10, we've been getting stuff in 10 years, but 7 that they know of. What all do we have? I don't put it all out either. Sometimes I just change my plan. Get her to the airport, throw her on the plane, then to pose for the wedding photos, the fraud wedding, to cover up the forgery Mr. Perry did of the wedding, of the marriage license, so that he could get into her financial matters and ruin her. And then she's easier to traffic. We've already said it over and over and over, dum-dum, where you been? So we've got all this here on this website, right? Mr. Perry has messed up my... Hang on. Okay, watch this. Mr. Perry has messed up my Google. See? It won't work. He doesn't want you to see the disclaimer or something. I don't know. That's interesting that you did that. Why'd you do that? See, trafficking involves stalking. Stalking involves voyeurism and hacking, or they clone our phones. So Mr. Perry's cloned my phone, and now nothing works. See? So you're gonna pay for that with Intel. When you do the crime to me, you pay with Intel. How many millions of dollars did you pay for a cover-up that ended up only buying us Intel? When you took my school loan money, And it's federal funds, by the way, and it's a loan. When you called my teacher and evaded broke privacy laws and said fail her, and I told you to fix it and you didn't. We got a lot of intel out of that. You bought us a shit ton of intel out of that. So we knew yeah. Okay, hang on. All right, so this is the Fabian puzzle they got to me in jail when you had me in captivity. Sadist. You're a sexual deviant. I'm going to speak to the whole gay trans thing. Sexual deviancy. I'm reading the book called Sexual Homicide by Robert Ressler. He founded the FBI profiling. When you're dealing with crime, you always want to deal with causation. Two things. What caused the injury? What is the proximate cause of the injury? When Mr. Perry hacks my phone and uses DoorDash to get me to the airport, or make it where I can't make money and then pay my bills and meet contract obligations, he's the cause. He committed an injury. He caused it. He did it maliciously. He did it intentionally. A lot of times we have him saying that before, so we've got the malicious aforethought. We got it. And what was this about? They're gonna do a fraud wedding photo shoot, and then he's gonna tell her family we're going on a honeymoon. He's gonna take her on a cruise, throw her overboard. Then they're gonna throw her overboard, and she fell off. That's like let's see, the one before you did that was have her go to the club, fake somebody's illness, medical emergency. She'll help, and tell her the guys that she helped has a virus. She needs a shot, or she'll get it too, and it'll kill her. Then give her a shot, but it's strychnine, and that'll kill her. We'll tell her family it was just an unfortunate allergic reaction to some countermeasures to something that she would have caught that would have been deadly. And the hitman, we heard the hitman say, what do I do if she won't take the shot? You said make sure she takes the shot. Tell her to kill her if she doesn't. Lie. Coerce. Coax. Right? So you've tried to kill me many times, and I'm still here. We all know you could walk up and cap me, and there's not, when we lived in Sapulpa, I used to have to tell my son every day before I went to work. At this point, he's like 15 years old. Charles is threatening death and false arrest. I may go to work and not come home. I love you very much, but we got to eat, so I got to go to work. It's sad that someone can't go to work without worrying about stuff like that. That you're so nasty, and that you're so cruel, and you're so selfish, that someone can't go to work without you trying to ruin them. Just work. Law-abiding citizen just going to work, trying to feed their family. So when you do the crime to me, though, you get caught. It's different when you do it to me. Act like you don't know that. Very different. Completely different than when you do it to anybody else. The guys, you're stepping on people with a lot of power. Stepping on their toes. They get very upset every time you do something to me. Every day you invade my privacy. Every day you rape me. Every penny you take. I lose an eyelash because of you. They get livid. Invasion of my privacy. So in March 2020, he said, do not invade her privacy anymore. Get the fuck out. You fucking strange-o. Don't contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form, directly or indirectly. Don't take her money. She'd better not be broke. Respect the law, respect her, or I'm going to do it for you. So every day that we quote you, that is what he's doing. He's building a case to do it for you. You just shitting criminal excrement all over the place. You're laying in it. You're rolling in it. Everybody's like, wow, we just scoop it up. So easy, it's not fair. You know you get caught when you do it to me, and you do it anyway. It doesn't get any more stupid than that. Okay, they got this to me in jail. They got a lot of power to get that to me in jail. Was it up to you? Oh, no, it was not. It was not, was it? I found out last night, your kidnap plan, throw her on the plane. Just grab her and throw her on the plane. And your caucus lie. How many people did you have lie in court over that? Did Jason lie for you? Did he feel like he had to? Did everybody forget about emails and shit going way back? Paycheck stubs and stuff? I mean, I don't know. Okay. There's no political vendetta. Mr. Perry, he's just off his nut. Okay, so they get this to me in jail. Fabian is the name of the man I liked in Dallas, the Dallas area. My friend from New York sends me a private Facebook message Mr. Perry should know a fucking thing about. Asking if I was dating anybody. I said no, but I like my manager. I want to see what he's like. I would like to get to know him better, blah, blah, blah. Well, the next night I go to work, all hell broke loose. He was mad at me, and I'm like, well, we haven't had a fight. Why are you mad at me? I go out in the, during the process of the night, I go out in the back on the porch, and I'm talking to a coworker about it, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Somebody overheard me, another coworker overheard me. She was standing with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend. And they both said that senator was fucked all that up. He came in here and told him a whole different story. So I didn't say anything that night. A couple of days later, I went to the club. I wasn't working that night. I just felt like I needed to talk to Fabian when I'm not working, because it was making my workplace hostile. That's Mr. Perry's way. Let's make our workplace hostile. So if he really wanted me back at that club, I'd be waitressing, right? That's what everybody's saying. If he really wanted her out at the club, he wanted her arrested at the club. Well, if you really wanted her at the club, she'd be waitressing. No, he wants to get her on prostitution when she takes her shoes off. There's a prostitution charge, I guess, if you have your shoes off or something. It's so obsolete and obscure, like nobody really enforces it. So every stripper at every club anywhere ever takes their shoes off because their feet hurt. Or for me, we're doing, it's part of the lap dance. You stand up, you're doing an air dance. You're not even sitting on the customer. There's no sex. There's nothing. It's an air dance at this part of the dance. So you take your shoes off so you don't poke a hole in the furniture with your heels. They're very sharp. Because you can, we've seen some torn up furniture, some girls that didn't. And it's, that gets expensive. So you take your shoes off. I keep my feet covered. I have socks on. And I've not made any bones about it. And I've said you don't exchange. There's no money exchange for the act of taking your shoes off. Where's the prostitution? There's monies for the lap dance. There's no money exchange for taking your shoes off. I have socks on. Mr. Perry had so many cops on me to try to find something since 2015. In 2015, 2 officers came in and said, Mr. Perry told us just find something. Find a way to put her in jail. Do anything. Find something. Trick her into something. Trick her into... They had somebody, a drug dealer, call me across the floor. 2, 3, 4 girls sitting right around him that do drugs. Everybody knows I don't even smoke pot. Never have even tried pot. So the guy calls me away from a customer across the room, and he says, go ask that guy if he wants my drugs. And I'm like, do I have stupid written on my forehead? Are you kidding? Are you shitting me with this? Is this we got to trick her into drug trafficking. Get her to ask a cop if he wants the drugs. What do I look like a dum-dum? I'm not. I'm catching your crime more than anybody has in your life. You need to remember who it is you're dealing with here. Stuff like that. They're telling me, watch your ass. We told them we're not helping, dude. That's not why we signed up to be police. But that doesn't mean he won't find some bitches that will help. Not us. We're not doing it. We're warning you. Okay. Thank you. I write a letter to the U.S. Attorney and tell him he's using law enforcement. Using taxpayer-funded resources to commit organized crime. Wow. He's using corrupt cops for organized crime in Oklahoma. So, thankfully I have help from somebody besides Oklahoma law enforcement. And those 2 guys, I don't know who those 2 guys' names were or what jurisdiction they were from. They gave me names, now I don't remember them, and they may not have been their real names. And there is police coming in from Tulsa, Broken Arrow, Sapulpa, Sand Springs. Chief Miller was out there. Chief Miller and Mike Nealey were out there. Chief Miller asked me about a forged marriage license. I said, no, I didn't sign that. He goes, I didn't think so. but I wanted to make sure. And we talked for a minute, and then I had to get on stage. Mike went to the bathroom, so I didn't really talk to him. I got on stage, Mike comes out of the bathroom, they leave. Instead of talking to me at the hotel where I was staying 2 seconds from the police department, they go all the way to Inola. An hour and a half, it's like an hour drive. And an hour back, 2 hours. To ask me about that. Why did they do that? So, wow. Okay, so, it was weird. Anyways, there's Tahlequah, Muskogee. There's Tribal. There's Oklahoma State Police coming there. We had one guy, let's see, brought his kid in for his 18th birthday or something. He was a cop. There's a lot of different jurisdictions in there, so I don't know where he was from, and I don't care. Sheriff's Department. We've had Sheriff's Department in there. Mays County, Tulsa County, Rogers County. I mean, lots of cops go in there. You had them all over me. So I'm asking them what's the deal with the shoes, and they're like, it's not even, nobody really cares. Keep your feet covered. Nobody gives a fuck about that. So, but Perry wanted to make a thing about it. Didn't you? We heard you talking about it. Recorded by our guys. You wanted to make a thing about it. Anyways, when I'm in jail, I get this puzzle. Charles is, when I go talk to Fabian, I'm telling him I got a stalker. He's not supposed to call here. And he kind of went, oh, like that explains it. Oh, like then now he's pissed. The guy lied to me. So, and he said, I think you deserve better than to spend the rest of your life being harassed by this guy. And I agree. Nobody likes you. We're getting the information, not you. You got to look at your results. You got to look at what are we getting out of doing this thing. This thing that we do, what are we getting out of that? Told on. Caught. Every day, all day long. For a decade. What are we getting out of that? Intel. Intel nobody else has. I have your people's names. Muffin Man. Who's Muffin Man? Who's Blankenship and Desiree? Who's Betancourt? Who's Sonjay? Those are people that work for you. Those are people on your payroll. They're the brotherhood, right? What about, how do I know you got something in Judy Parker's court? And do you have something in Judge Egan's too? How do I know? I'm quoting judges. I'm quoting other people. You have to prove that she lied and that she knew she lied. Whatever it is she says, that you want to go in there and claim you're a victim. Okay. Wow. That is something. You think you're a victim. The whole rest of the world, everyone outside your weirdo club, which is everybody else, doesn't see it that way. Why are you in Oklahoma all the time? John Frula's not up here. Why are you up here? John Frula went against us on the caucus. You are on our side. There was like 16 holdouts or something. I don't remember a whole lot about it. I had to go back and look at some emails to kind of see what did we do here. I mean, I don't remember a lot of details about it. Anyways, it wasn't very important to me, frankly. Jason paid me a little bit. Wasn't much. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on it. I had other things that were more important than that. I didn't do Texas legislation, and that's not legislation. I did federal government reform, Mr. Perry. We had a big, I think around that same time, we had a big, let's see, when did we do that? There was a big thing with the lymphedema something. I don't remember, but, and then we were working on starting to gear up for some other candidate races, if I remember right. Okay, so this thing says Fabian's name. Now, the probability of his name showing up here is if it was random, there's a probability is greater that Mr. Perry's Charles would show up on here if it was just random, because Charles is a lot more common than Fabian, don't you think? But this isn't random. Boo is a private joke between one of the guys helping me and me, going way back, and it also denotes fear. Sad denotes the sadness you cause, and we're all tired of feeling sad. So that's the other reason we have a very easy time getting information, and nobody will help you. We're all tired of feeling scared and sad. You make too many problems. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. You shouldn't be here. So listen to the words, because I get really tired of pointing this out to you, and you're not putting it together in your head what it means. We get the information. We're quoting you every day. It is not up to you, is it? Nobody will tell you shit. We keep telling you that over and over and over and over. When you're in jail, guess what? We're going to have a huge party. Nobody has to repeat themselves anymore. Finally, we can fucking say it one time. How embarrassing. How embarrassing for you. That you're that gone mentally. You're that far gone mentally. Simple concepts. Everybody else doesn't have to be told it all. You have to say it over and over and over. And Mr. Perry still doesn't get it. It is never. It's 10 years. It's not a day. It's not a week. It's not a month. It's 10 years. We quote you every day, all day. Nobody's helping you. People are sick of you. Everybody's tired of you. You're a burden we want off of us. So we get the information, not you, and it's not up to you. Now, get somebody to help you understand what those words mean and what it means that we have so much against you. Everything you say and do can and will be, and already is, being used against you in a court of law. Maybe you ought to fuck off. Do you just like getting caught? You get caught when you do the crime. To me, it's completely different than when you do it to anybody else. But it's the same every time you do it. We get one of those. That's a McNamara email. He's going to false arrest me and try to coerce me and entice and threaten and bully and bribe. You're caught. Don't make me repeat myself the fuck again. And then there's that. Your whole detailed plan. You're caught. Don't make me repeat myself the fuck again. You're caught. That's a witness statement. He puts cameras in these women's homes and broadcasts them on the dark web and sells watch time. And then he gets them fired. And then he makes sure they can't find another job. And then they lose the house. And then he has the ex take the kids away. Now they're easier to traffic. And he ruins their family relationships. And he starves these women while he rakes it in. And all he cares about is how he feels and what he thinks and what he wants. And he's entitled. It's different, though, when you do it to me. You got caught. And the men watching these women, they can window shop. These Houston guys that bought me, come see me. Tell me to my face, you bought me and you own me. Tell me. I want to hear you say the words to my face, coward. Bunch of pussies. And then watch me laugh at you. Most women don't know they've been sold or who to, and I do. You better realize what that means, that I already have that information. I already have it. Who got that to me? Yeah. You're pushing, sir, guys. You're pushing, and you better stop. Guys in Houston, you're pushing the wrong buttons and the wrong people, and you better stop, because I do know I was trafficked, and I do know who bought me. Stop pushing. You don't have a choice. When we got this, when I found all that out, was it up to you? Oh, fuck no, it was not. It was absolutely not up to you. Dum-dums. Be careful. There's our witness statement. Then we're quoting, this is, okay, the email that I just showed you, the McNamara email, there's a subject line that has something to do with what they were recorded talking about. Take her driver's license. Make her follow the yellow brick road. We'll use the carrot and the stick. We'll starve her until she lies. We'll take her car away from her. We'll get her fired. Let's get her on the prostitution by sock. But we got to get her to the club, but we can't have her waitressing. She's got to be dancing. It's got to be done this way so we can, make our plan work. But we've already talked about it. We've already talked about it over and over and over and over and over and over. Finally, when you're gone, when they arrest you and you guys are all gone, no more problems, no more drama, no more fear, no more sadness, no more repeat. People sick and tired of you. Charles, everybody hates you. You're the one getting told on. You can't name one of our guys. You can't quote one meeting. Your delusion is off the rails. You are making a buffoon ass of yourself. Stop embarrassing yourself. Stop. Get your nurse or a doctor. It's like, golly, I don't know how. You guys that work for him, how do you stand that? Having to deal with that? The mental brain disease? I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. Okay, so all of these are basically, it's a list of all the fucking, emails that we sent that were talking to us. You were going to do something to me. We got it before you did it, not after. We do it every day for 7 years. It's not been a day or a week or a month or a year. We haven't just done it once or twice. It's every day, all day long. Probably Philip gets 10 to 20 emails a day from me about what you were just talking about doing to me. We get it before, not after, and it's not up to you when we do. When we got these names, we got them. Was not up to you, Houston guys or Charles, when we did. Charles, stop contacting me. I don't care what you think. No one understands why you think I would. Outside your circle of weirdo is everybody else that you've offended. You've made everybody sick at their stomach. You're horrifying people. We get this, it's not up to you. These are the names. Those are your names of your people right there. All of that. You're still trying to make it look like an ad. Listen, I define how I think of you. I define how I see you. I define how you make me feel. It's rape. I define, we all define what the Facebook page is for, is to document crime. It is not a political ad. You don't change that. Our intent is all that matters. You don't get to lie. You don't get to say our intent. So you had that discussion again. I knew I needed to address it. Josh Burson, cut that the fuck out, man. Cut that the fuck out. Look at that. There it is right there. It's been said over and over and over and over and over, and everybody's like, she already caught it. She already said it. The fuck, if they really wanted her out at the club, she'd be waitressing. The guy's like, well, they really don't want her out at the club. That's the thing. She caught a lot of their crime out there. The drug trafficking, the money laundering and shit they were doing. They really don't want her out there. But if she goes out there, it's got to be dancing, not waitressing. Waitressing, that's what she wants to do. That's not what they want. They want her dancing so they can get her on the prostitution by sock bullshit. They talked about it. They planned it. We've talked about it. We're hearing them planning it. It's out, dum-dum. There's not a secret once we're talking about it. You're as stupid as they come. It is so easy, it's not fair. It is so easy, it's not fair. Deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. Interference with commerce with intent to coerce. Interference with contracts with intent to coerce. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. You're going to get charged. You're going to get charged. When somebody says no, go the fuck away. Go the fuck away. What are you doing picking a cop's granddaughter? 50s. In my 50s, I'm not a teenage runaway. About done with criminal justice college. If I can keep you from ruining that too. How many men sit in a meeting trying to figure out how to make me fail? Yeah, I'm good at what I do. But I have help. There's no way I could, $20,000 about getting my car. And then it was the other day, well, I'm going to take out that back left tire. Are you, Calvin? You're the one always going out my car. Jesus. Look at that. Look at that. Read it. Read it and read it and read it. I mean, what the hell's wrong with people that you got to repeat yourself this much? I don't even know what to say to that. That you got to repeat yourself constantly for these people. Read this. It's the same every fucking day. You're making a moron, buffoon, ass of yourself. You're making a buffoon ass of yourself. All of you are. It's never up to you when we get this. It's not up to you. It never has been. So read that.
I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please, stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please, stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please, stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please, stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please, stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please, stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please, stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please, stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to.
All right, so back to the deviancy. In the book, Sexual Homicide, they're dealing with causation. So there's the causation of the injury. Somebody's murdered. Who caused the murder? Well, it was this person. Okay, well, then there's more causation studies with criminology and profiling, and it's what made that guy do that. Why in the fuck would anyone fucking do that? What's wrong with their mind that they would do something like that to another human being because it's not normal? So, with sex deviants who, they got fetish clubs in Vegas and various places where you can peep and it's not illegal. You pay for the service of being able to peep. Guys that have foot fetishes or whatever the fetish is, or they like to be led around like a dog, whatever their thing is, they can do it in these strip clubs and it's legal. Or these various, they got dominatrix clubs. They've got all these places that can cater to things like that. It's sexual deviancy, but they're doing it in a way that's legal. In a strip club, they're paying somebody to do their thing. It's different though when you're imposing it on someone who doesn't want to be in that, doesn't want anything to do with it, or it leads to an injury like death or property loss or income loss or something like that, or you kill them, or you're voyeuring somebody in their house against their will, like you do to me. It's rape. You're a rapist as far as I'm concerned. I define how you make me feel. I define what I think you are. You don't get to do that. It's, outrageous that you think you can. And you don't speak for me. I speak for me. I'm in my 4th year of college. Even though you've tried to make me fail, I still have a 3.5 GPA. It's not too bad. Criminal Justice College. I've got 8 courses left, and I'm done. You guys have your little meeting. How can we make her fail? Jesus. Okay. Wow. So, with the sexual deviancy, they've got a list. The guy has a list. This man who did the profiling. I don't think he's alive now. Robert Ressler, of deviant conduct that a lot of these sexual homicide, these guys that kill people, like Jeffrey Dahmer, he got some sort of sexual gratification from capturing a man, and I don't know what he would do to the man, and then end up killing him and chopping him up, keeping him in his refrigerator. BTK liked to torture. And then he said he would go ejaculate in another room after he spent hours torturing and killing a family. People. So Mr. Perry is no different. I hate to say it, but sometimes the one that seems the most normal are the most sick and twisted. They always seem so nice, but he seems so nice. Anyways, they have to be charming, 'cause otherwise they wouldn't be able to attract victims, would they? Ted Bundy was in politics. So was John Wayne Gacy. BTK was seemed to be a happily married man, a church guy. Dog catcher church guy. So they are monsters among us. A society is defined by what we do with those monsters. So Mr. Perry, we believe, has some inclination towards being gay and trans. And that's part of the causation of why he commits the crimes he's committing. Which he gets caught when he does it to me and acts like he didn't know that. So, on the gay thing, there's that. So we've done a lot of work here, in case you missed that. A lot of work. They can't do it if you know who they are and how they do it. Dum-dum. He'll ask me, like he expects to get an answer. We're like, wow, you're kidding me with that question, right? You shitting us with that? Everybody wants you gone. Nobody's helping you. You've caused so much loss, so much trauma, so much tragedy. Everybody wants you gone. They're not going to help you. Nobody's going to help you. They're helping us. You have to look at what you're getting, doing what you're doing. You got feedback already, social feedback. Nobody's helping you. They're helping us. It's not up to you. You guys sit around and have your meetings and decide where I'm going to live. We're like, wow, like they think it's up to them. These guys are delusional. All of them are. We are quoting them. They're not quoting us. We're getting the help, not them. We're getting the information, not them. They're not. Nobody will tell them a thing. In fact, we make every effort to make sure they don't find out that. Because we can get a lot of work done if they don't know who's doing the work. It's called undercover. You heard of undercover? It's a need to know for a reason. You got cops in this. Not all cops, but you got some. When you contact me, we always get more because I don't like your contact. I don't care what you think and how you feel. We're all sick of hearing it. Everybody outside of your weirdo club cares about how I feel that you've taken everything I own. How I feel that you try to starve me until I lie. How I feel that you're always trying to kill me or kidnap me. How I feel that you invade my privacy in the most vulgar way. No one cares about you when you get caught. Get that through your head. Everybody's sick of the repeat. It's not up to you. Nothing is. So, you guys got you're all up on a high horse. I don't know what the hell. See? You're retaliating. I want you, let's do, Michael, you want to say, if the bar is, you got to prove she's lying, and you got to prove she knew she's lying, then I said you killed Mike, Chief Miller, and you framed Mike. So let's go into the courtroom. Somebody fucking served me already. Let's go into the courtroom, and let's hash that one out. Prove I'm lying, and prove I knew I'm lying. When I said you did that. Mike didn't do it, you did it. We knew he was drugged before anybody else said it. I emailed the Florida State's attorney in January 2020. I emailed him again in March 2020. And then they took depositions confirming that in May. Didn't hit the docket for public view until like June or July. Who told me that? Nobody will help you with that. Everybody's sick of you. Everybody's sick of the problems you cause, the drama, the loss, the sadness, the fear. Everybody's sick of it. So what you think, we're all like, you got a lot of nerve telling everybody what you think. You're making a buffoon ass of yourself, by the way. So, yeah, we got this. The guys in Houston. Guys in Houston, you keep pressuring. You're going to wish you had never been born. You will be hit with a legal shitstorm. You will never find your way out of it. Do you understood? Charles starves these women while he rakes it in. He's extorting money from them and their legal jobs. They're doing legal thing, law-abiding, so he can make millions breaking the law. RICO violations. And he gets caught when he does it to Cindy, and he just keeps doing it to her. I think he wants to get caught. If he didn't, he'd stop. It's been 10 years of this. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to use DoorDash, illegally access and use her Dasher app to get her to the airport. And when she comes in to make the delivery, grab her, throw her on the plane. Yeah, we heard you talking about it. Okay, so there's that. And then the other thing is, TPD. You see that license plate? I take pictures of license plate that are overdue or expired. I mean, this guy, you can't even fucking read that. 06 something. And so how many times did he get pulled over? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, then there's, this is the caucus for speaker issue. We were on the same side, so there's no disagreement. I've been in politics all my life. You're the new guy. Mark Warman isn't going to go to a college student at TU to ask for help, nor would I go to you to ask for. I'm seasoned. I don't need you. I have 20,000 people I could call if I needed something done legislatively. You don't call a guy that just got elected. You weren't in politics. You weren't involved in politics. I was involved in politics 3 years before you ran for office. I was at all the LARW meetings. I was at all the events. I was at all the, the voter registration drives. You weren't there. I was. So I don't need you. If we called you, it's out of courtesy so you can meet the people I know. Mr. Perry is as arrogant as they get, to the point where we laugh at you. Look at the stuff that man thinks. The delusion is squirting out your ears. It's like, wow. I just walked out of the office of Harry Reid. Why would I give two fucks about some new guy? Boring, lame accountant just got elected. The reason we helps you get elected, I was supposed to help you get elected, because undercovers can get to you easier if you're mingling in a crowd of people, shaking hands and kissing babies and talk to people. You talk to a lot of people, you're not going to remember always who you talk to in different towns that you go to. It's a lot easier than taking your taxes in a time or two to pretend you needed your taxes done, don't you think? Genius. I thought it was genius. Law enforcement strategy. Okay, so we're on the same side. Who all did you have lie? These are some of the emails sent back then. See, January 9, 2011. Yeah, we're working on it. Kelly Shackelford helped us. See, I knew people. I didn't need you. This is like a whole, there's like a whole list. I didn't want to just pull up each and every one. There's like a whole damn list of emails about this. About us working on this caucus thing. Okay, look at that right there. Okay. Just released statewide through the DBs. Been working with CP. Okay, this isn't the email. I screenshotted a different email. I may not have put it up. But CP is Charles Perry. Okay, so if you look at his emails to me, he signs off CP. I'll show you. Let's go through this first. Connie was, I got a call from somebody, maybe Jason, maybe it might have been somebody else. I can't remember. And he said, who is this Connie Curry person? And I said, well, I don't know. She's this lady that's here. Okay, and I'm paid for this campaign. I'm a paid campaign. Okay, he said Connie's making a lot of phone calls and pissing people off. I said, really? And he said, yeah. Can you do something? And I'm like, oh my god, I don't like the woman. I'm not gonna call her and talk to her about this. I don't. This was one of those things. I'd be standing there talking to somebody, and I was asked, what campaigns are you working on? And I was like, oh, I'm working on this one, this one. She comes running over, butts in, and starts, yeah, we're working on, and I'm like, we aren't, I am. We're working on this campaign, and I'm like, wow, you got, quit being a wannabe here, and stop butting in. Get some social skills here, lady. She said, I said, yeah, I've been busy on the phone. I've got both phones going at the same time, and probably 50 phone calls before noon. And she was like, oh yeah, I made 200. We've been making 200 before phone calls a day. It's like, however many I'm doing, she's doing 4 times that. And I'm like, sure, okay. She's always one up me. She's always good. It was like that. So I'm just like, I don't, this is not, I can't, I don't have time. I don't even get it. See how he signs off that CP? Yeah, that's his email, see? I consider you one of the bright spots of my campaign, of the campaign. You are a quality individual, and Lubbock is better to have you, CP. Yeah. Okay, so, there's that. Who all lied for you? This puzzle right here has Fabian's name on it, intersecting with the word hope. What are the chances of his name intersecting with the word hope? These words are not just in the same book or on the same page. They intersect. Surrounded by boo because you cause fear. That's a private joke between the guy that got this to me and me, going way back. Sad. Everybody's tired of feeling scared and sad. We can get information like that. You can't. We make every effort to make sure there's a lot of information you don't get so that you don't obstruct justice, because that's kind of your thing. This is Mr. Perry's a selfish little butt-in. Very cruel. Cruelty will be your downfall. When you're cruel, people rant. If you watch the news, you see people run to the aid of the victims when there's a tragedy immediately. That's how normal is. Help, not hurt. So we're getting help, not you. It's been that way for 10 years. It's not just once or twice. It's not just a day or a week or a month or a year. It's every day, all day long, over and over and over and over for 10 years. Look at your results. Look at ours. The class that I'm taking now is a lot about evaluating programs, efficacy of programs within the criminal justice industry. And there's a lot of programs. There's youthful offender programs, prevention. There's, crime prevention of rape and crime prevention of domestic violence and all this stuff. Lots and lots of different programs. So part of doing a lot of those programs use federal grant money from the Department of Justice. You have to have proof to a grant person a company or organization that does grants. They want to see that you're doing something that works. So there's a lot of evaluation models that you can get. Here's our goal. Here's our expected outcomes. And here it's working or it's not working. And here's where we need to make adjustments. Here's how we're effective. So we all study that. That's not the first class I've had that we study stuff like that. It's part of, the industry, law enforcement industry, and criminal justice industry. So, for example, Tulsa police put in the flock cameras. The flock cameras took funding, and you have to pay for that. You have to go to the city council and get it approved in the budget. That means you got to sell all those people to vote. Yes, we'll allocate funds for the flock cameras, and then you better fucking prove they work. Right? I think they had to do I think they had a year trial where they didn't pay for anything, and they had to prove to the city council that they were effective. So Tulsa police would then have some sort of model that they apply to study the results and to evaluate outcomes. And there's several that are used in the industry. They're very specific. They're already set up. And also, if I think the mayor said, I think we would like to seek funding from a federal grant through the Justice Department, and there's other organizations too. Well, in order to get the grant, a grant writer will tell you, I took grant writing class too, a grant writer will tell you, you have to prove that your thing does something. They're not just going to give you money. You got to have proof that it's working. So when we look at our results that we quote you guys every day, we have your names, what we're doing is working. When you do the crime to me, you get caught more. What you're doing is like, well, they're paying millions of dollars for a cover-up that ended up buying us intel. And they keep doing the same thing every day. And they're all worried about how we need to all know how they feel and what they think. And we're like, wow, actually, we don't. Actually, we do not. In fact, we're sick of hearing it. So, outcomes matter. And they matter a lot. And you're not getting the outcomes you say you want. We are. And yet, you're still pissing us all off. We're all tired of walking around pissed off all the time. So Mike, I said in March 2020, do not invade her privacy anymore. Do not contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form, directly or indirectly. Stop doing that. Quit making a buffoon ass of yourself. Get some dignity in class. And she better not be broke anymore. If she wants a job, you stay out of it. You butt out. It's not your concern. It doesn't concern you. And if you don't, we're going to kick your criminal ass like it has never been kicked before. And you guys run around going, how does she find out? How does she know? When Charles pesters her and takes her money, things happen. Things don't work out. We're seeing things we've never seen before. We've never had this happen before. When you start finding yourself saying the words never happened before, we're seeing things we haven't before, you're in it's a new normal for you, dum-dum. Sometimes there's people you don't fuck with. So if you're seeing things you've never seen before, maybe I'm one of those people. I mean, we say it and then we show you. Every day. What day are they going to arrest you? How bad are things going to be for you when they do? This is the text that I sent to Fabian telling him about my conversation with David Robertson the first night he came into my work. I'm going to go to work and you're going to stay out of my work. Period. It's not up to you. The more you do the crime to me, the more we get it before. You like those results and outcomes? Okay, so here's the date. And there we go. So Fabian said, I think you deserve better than to have to be harassed by this guy for the rest of your life. I think you deserve a lot better. I do. What you're doing is deviant, offensive, inappropriate, and everybody's sick and tired of it. All of you. All of you. And I'm tired of repeating myself. We say it, then we show you. Day after day after day, it's the same old, same old, same old, same old. You just give us more and more and more and more. So how many people went in and lied about that carcass deal? And, we got the whole kidnapping bullshit. Look. Call Craig. No, you don't hide behind my family. You got something to say to me. You're a stalker. You know where I am. Say it to my face. But you better yell it. Because I'm not kidding you. I will beat the fuck out of you. You try to grab me and throw me on a plane, I will beat the fuck out of you. You've ruined my life so badly and pissed me off so much. It's out of sheer anger. I could beat you into a coma. I could beat you literally into a coma. So, when you contact me, we always get more because I fucking don't want to hear from you. I don't give a fuck about you. You're a fucking rejected nobody. And you're an imposition and a burden. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. I didn't introduce you to my family. There's no way I would take somebody like you around my family. He said, stop it, or I'll do it for you. So when we get the intel, that's what that's for. The intel will be used, it already is, being used against you in a court of law. If they need probable cause to get some kind of surveillance on you, that's what we're doing with it right now, already. So, we're having a hell of a time believing that you don't like getting caught. Because you got nothing else.
Father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures?
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give
get
a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
How does this make you feel? You're filming my phone.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Stepdad's been raping you.
Leave me alone. Please. This man. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please. I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I'm here.
Just talk.
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please,
what
God
happened-
bless you, but
what
please leave
happened
me
was
alone.
that-
Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop
that.
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's
No,
why I'm
no,
here.
no. Just talk.
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again.
What
I don't ever
happens-
want to hear your voice to you.
What-
Please,
what
God
happened-
bless you, but
what
please leave me
happened was
alone.
that-
Please.